Looks like this was the warden's office. They built the office right next to the shuttle bay for quick escapes and that.
Finally, I was about to give up. Pick up on the intercom. Do you have any idea how long I have been waiting? Quit screwing around and pick up.
Warden Tom Gillespie. Authorization 12210. This is likely to be my final log recording. The riots that started in D block have spilled into A, B, and C blocks. I've ordered everyone to fall back to the shuttle bay for evacuation. It was prisoner D03118, Jasper Cricks, who led the revolt. His crew tunneled into the armory undetected, and then all hell broke loose. As the log is recovered, I urge the UC authorities to perform a full investigation, as Cricks undoubtedly had help from the guards and the staff. I'm now heading to my personal escape shuttle and we'll try to jump out of the system. Wish me luck. Warden Gillespie, out.
¿Qué carajos took you so long? Use the warden's intercom near the window. Where have you been? Look out the window. I'm over here. I hope you found something because I am getting sick and tired of this place. I knew it! Everyone said I was out of my mind. But something told me we'd find the answers down here. Looks like I picked the right people for the job.
Yep, that's right. It was a team effort all the way. We had each other's backs the whole time, Del.
Is that madness? Tell him to shut up so I can think.
Yeah, sorry, Del. You go right ahead.
Okay. Now all we have to do is find a way off of this planet. Let me see. Here we go. I'm looking at schematics for the lock, and I don't think there's a way to get you back to the surface from there. But I can open the outer doors to the shuttle bay and let you fly one of the shuttles down there directly up to the key. According to the schematics, there is an emergency evacuation exit I can use to return to the surface. Then it's just a quick run across the ice to my ship, and I'll probably still beat you to the key. Don't worry about your ship. I will send some people down to get it. You just get your ass on that shuttle and get out of here. Good answer. You're learning fast. Okay, let me see. One of these probably opens the door.
Shuttle bay activated. Initiating the icing process. Please stand by.
Yup, it's got it. Might take a while though. Those bay doors have not been opened in almost a century. You have done a hell of a job, Rook. We will talk when you get back to the key.
Hey, look, well, I wanted to thank you for not being a jerk and hounding all the glory on this run. That's true. Well, thanks all the same. Look, about all that killing Delgado stuff, why don't we just forget about everything that I said? You know, like it never happened. Oh, you're gonna be like that, huh? Well, I guess I deserve it. Now, let's get the heck out of here. It's time to put some things down. way you need all that junk. is all over, maybe we can talk about future business opportunities, huh?
Captain Reyes, it is pleasant to see you.
The fleet is family. Stealing from each other is just what you call it.
So there I am. You see security on my tail. My grab ride just choked.
Time to get back. To the world, eh?
The fleet doesn't care how big your bounty is.
There you are. The hell took you so long?
It's about time. I was about to fly down and loot your bodies.
Not now, neighbor. Well, you said you found something. Hand it over. That's it? Just one slate? After losing so much of our crew, it better be a map with a big red X on it. Well, I'll be damned. Legacy wasn't referring to Crix's fortune. It's the name of an actual ship. A Galbank transport probably loaded with credits.
Never heard any stories about a Gal Bank ship going down. And even if it had happened, it would have been picked clean years ago.
No, neighbor. Think. If Galbank covered it up, and over time, the location was eventually forgotten, it wouldn't be on anyone's radar. Okay, this changes things. Now that we know what we are looking for, we have to narrow the search. And the recording that you found proves that it is out there. All we have to do is find it. Let us start with what we know. It was a Galbank ship, which means the company is going to have records of where it went down. Neva, weren't you working on a deal with Rokov? Something about a big-wig charity event on one of Trident's Starliners?
Are you serious? I've been working on that gig for 3 months. That's my score.
Ay, Dios mío. Will you shut up about your score and think for a second? That Starliner has a Galbank VIP suite aboard, which means... Come on, Neva. This isn't hard.
Which means a Gal Bank exec will be aboard. We grab their credentials and get ourselves into the Gal Bank archives in New Atlantis. Holy shit, that might actually work. I'll send a message to Rokov right away.
Pack your bags, Rook. You're going on vacation. And since you've earned it, take this gun with you. Might come in handy when Rokov screws everything up as usual. Good, because that is exactly what you are going to be doing. Neva and I are too well known to walk around the Starliner without being recognized. If Trident Security spotted us, it'd be over. I need you to board that ship, make contact with Rokov, and get me those credentials. You know what? I'm gonna leave that entirely up to you. If you think he's come through for us, you can promise him he'll get paid. But if he gets in your way,
then you take him out. I see what you are getting at, Rook. And don't worry, I would ask the same thing. Just be sure to get those credentials. Anything else of value you find on Rokoff's Starliner is all yours. You'd better. Oh, before you leave, I wanted you to know that I took what you said about Mathis into consideration, and I've decided to let him join the fleet. Because you're the one that finished the job. You followed orders and you put your neck on the block to get that data to the key. As far as Mathis goes, I'm sure you had to drag him through the lock and prevent him from doing something as stupid. We'll see. That's it then. Next stop for you is Rokoff's Starliner, the Siren of the Stars. And remember, Rokoff does not need to know anything about Grixis' legacy. For now, it's just between us. Now get out of here.
Hey, Rook, before you head out, I need to have a word with you. Meet me at the last Nova after you wrap things up with Mathis.
If you have any last questions about the job, ask them now. Shouldn't you be packing for your trip? Hell of a job you did down there, Rook. Hell of a job.
Always listen to Delgado. Unless you want to get killed.
Well, isn't this cozy? It appears we've stumbled across the embodiment of the phrase absolute mayhem.
Hey, I wanted to thank you one last time for not ratting me out to Delgado and telling him how much I pitched in. That was pretty damn cool. If he would have found out what I was planning, well, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. What? No, you gotta be crazy. All I'm gonna do is lay low for a while, pick up a few jobs from Voss, and maybe get drunk. Oh yeah, sure. Anything you need, you just ask. And I'll be there to back you up.
We're going to hold you to that promise, Mathis.
You just, take care of yourself out there. Well, I've got some schemes cooking, but after they're taken care of, maybe I could join your crew. Hey, don't forget that I owe you one. Check back with me and maybe I could help out your crew or something, yeah?
Normally, pirates don't need to brag about their accomplishments, but here, it's a competition.
Well, it's just...
Whole settled systems on the
Why
road
is it
someday.
every time we go out and do a job, it's you who ends up with all our credits?
My friend's got a point, Bob.
There you are. All right, look. I've been lining up a score with that asshole Rokoff on the Siren of the Stars for months. I'm not about to let a payday slip through my fingers. So guess what? You're gonna finish the job for me.
Well, that's an interesting theory, but here's my take. First off, the creds you...
My score involves a one-time event being held aboard the Siren of the Stars. If anyone finds out the Crimson Fleet's aboard that Starliner, the event will be canceled and I can kiss my payday goodbye. There's no way I'm gonna miss this window of opportunity. Of course you'll get a cut. That's how everything works around here. Why would this be any different? Rokov's been tipping me off about some kind of bullshit charity event that the Siren of the Stars is hosting. At the event, they're gonna give away something called the Earth Savior Award, which is worth tens of thousands of credits. So it's simple. While you're on the Siren, swiping those Gal Bank credentials, I want you to grab that award and bring it to me. From the pictures I've seen, the award is set with 12 blue diamonds and covered in gold filigree. If I get Jazz to take it apart, I can turn it into a hell of a lot of cash. And best of all, the components become untraceable. No, Dombrowski's only aboard to use the Gal Bank VIP suite, so he can catch a free ride at the company's expense. I'm sure he'll be there partying with the other spoiled brats. But I can guarantee he doesn't give a crap about what's going on at the event. Yeah, very funny. You're hilarious. You should stand up on the bar here and start telling more jokes. This crowd would eat it up. Look, you can make all the jokes and excuses you want. But if you don't come back with the ES award, I'm gonna deduct it from your pay. Either way, I get my money. How much you walk away with is in your own hands. Got it?
Unless you plan to walk away empty-handed, she really isn't giving us a choice.
Yeah, ES, Earth, Savior. Get it? Come on. Keep up with me here. I got about 17 other things to do and you're holding me up. All Rokov does is feed me information. If I ask him to lift a finger, he gives me enough sob stories to fill a freighter's cargo bay. If you want my advice, leave him completely out of the loop. Otherwise, it's gonna cost both of us some credits. Then it's settled. Good. All right, Rook. We're done here. Now, get your ass to the Siren and bring me my goods. Because that's exactly what you are. A rookie, a newbie, fresh meat. Beneath all of that inexperience, I'm sure you have an actual name. But honestly, no one gives a damn. So get used to hearing that word. Until you earn your stripes, you're a rook to everyone in the fleet. Hit me up if you got questions.
Need to have a wee drink. take a look at this kinetic. Recoil's off.
Why are you still here?
Nothing like the smell of a dead shark after you cook them with an energy blast. You see SysDef is a joke. They haven't caught us yet. Rook.
Need something?
I hope Bug has something strong enough to knock me out.
How about you buy a drink and tell me about it? No, mister. I'll bet she told you to keep your mouth shut, too. Ain't it lucky she's a pro? Both might be in a rig right now.
Yeah, I get it. I just gotta cut my losses and drown my sorrows.
Well, you look like you could use them.
Certainly. Let's talk about something else. How did the Crimson Scar become the Crimson Fleet?
After I busted out of the lock, I decided to take things to the next level. I had the key, a few UC ships, and a couple dozen ex-cons at my side. But I needed more, so I sent out the call. Once word got around, didn't take long for freelance pirates from every corner of the settled systems to show up.
And this is how the Crimson Fleet was born.
Exactly. The key became our base of operations. We spent months reinforcing our position there, making it nearly impossible to approach.
I wouldn't get on
What was the UC's response to the situation?
First of all, UC security gave up and handed the reins over to the big guns, the UC Navy. The Navy in turn sent ships to attack the key. I'd say there have been three major attacks in the last few years. And as you can tell by the fact we're having this interview, all the attacks were embarrassing failures.
Do you feel these embarrassing failures led them to form UC systems?
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
Absolutely. They've clearly given up and decided to shove the responsibility onto a separate division. That way, in the public eye, the UC Navy can move forward, proud and strong, while UC SysDef continually takes all the blame. It's all about PR spin for them, Gale. You see the UC outreach. They'd have to catch us first. Disgusting, don't you think?
Sounds a bit like you're trying to deflect attention off the atrocities the Crimson Fleet commits on a daily basis.
Atrocities, huh? How about fighting the Freestar Collective over a bunch of rocks hanging
Need to have Aludra take a look at this kinetic. Recoil's off.
Shouldn't you be heading to the siren by now? Stay sharp, Rook.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it. The fleet is family. Stealing from each other is just what you call a professional courtesy.
I hope Bug has something strong enough to knock me out.
Now you look like you could use that.
Certainly. Let's talk about something else. How did the Crimson Scar become the Crimson Fleet?
After I busted out of the lock, I decided to take things to the next level. I had the key, a few UC ships, and a couple dozen ex-cons at my side. But I needed more, so I sent out the call. Once word got around, it didn't take long for freelance pirates from every corner of the Seven Systems to show up.
And this is how the Crimson Fleet was born.
Exactly. The key became our base of operations. We spent months reinforcing our position there, making it nearly impossible to approach.
What would these
used to work for Medicorp. More of what he
First of
said
all,
never
UC Security
Seems
gave
like a
up and
different
handed the reins over to the big guns, the UC Navy. The Navy in turn sent ships to attack the key. I'd say there have been 3 major attacks over the last few years. And as you can tell by the fact we're having this interview, all the attacks were embarrassing failures.
I don't
These
trust
feel
you.
these
Got
embarrassing
secret
failures
compartments on my
led
ship
them
just
to
in
form
case.
UC systems.
Absolutely. They've clearly given up and decided
I
to shove
thought
the
my
responsibility
instructions
onto a separate division.
Gotta work my way up
That
the
way,
ranks.
public eye, the UC Navy can move forward, proud and strong, while UC Navy staff anyway. It's all about PR spin for them, Gale. That's how the UC operates. Kinda disgusting, don't you think?
Sounds a bit like you're trying to deflect attention off the atrocities the Crimson Fleet commits on a daily basis.
Atrocities, huh? How about fighting the Freestar Collective over a bunch of rocks hanging in space?
Nothing like the smell of a
How
dead
about
shark.
thousands of people dying while a bunch of pencil-pushing bastards sit in a cushy office and draw lines on a star map? Maybe the United Colonies should stop the bullshit and take a hard look in the mirror to see who the monsters really are. Music in the Nova will get you in the mood for a job.
Need a drink? Bug and the last Nova would be more than happy to take a credits.
Was it
Got
bullets
mixed
from
feelings
Jaws
about
or
this
weapons from
job.
Aludra?
On the one
Was
hand,
it money to
lost
make
the
one?
fight. But on the other hand, I get the cards. I'll probably feel better once it's done.
Bradley called me his friend once, it made me want to vomit.
I must admit, this is exactly what I pictured a haven for pirates to look like.
I heard Isla's sister is some hardcore mercenary. I wouldn't get on her bad side. Soon, everyone is going to learn to feel the heat.
Ship services?
You need it? I don't mind helping, but it'll cost you. Sounds like fun. Let's see what I've got.
Anything ship-related?
If you've got the credits.
Shop, Sally? Every captain here's earned their stripes. Bleeding.
Sure. I bet you would.
Stay under the radar.
All business and no... Alright, let's...
Here to upgrade that ship of yours?
No, but... I've got plenty of goodies to...
end up on the wrong side of a SysDev cruiser, they'll missile lock us faster than you can spit.
Last week, who smiled at me funny? I sewed his...
Well, well. Neva's new hotshot. I knew you'd find your way back to my little corner of the key. Everyone always does. Take a look around, genius. And don't tell me you've never laid eyes on a gun before. But just in case I need to spell it out for you, the merch I carry is known as weapons and ammunition. Get it?
She owes the fleet. She doesn't owe you a damn thing.
Hey, if you want to pour credits into my pocket, you won't hear any arguments from me. I carry most of the standard hardware. You know, kinetics, electromags, energy, even a few explosives. Occasionally, I stock a few smuggled items. Basically the stuff SysDev doesn't want you to play with. Just don't screw me over or I'll be inclined to give you a free demo. With your head as the target. Not being intimidated by me is one thing. The fleet? That's another. A little advice, Sadiqi? The fleet's trust can't be bought. You earn it. You bleed for the fleet bleeds for you. Pure and simple. Anyone who says otherwise is either lying or getting ready to stab you in the back. Please, I don't need your concern. All I care about is separating you from your credits. So let's leave our professional relationship at that, all right? Kinetic, electromag, energy, I got it all. Done here? Fine by me.
Too many missions, not enough time.
You want to survive the right protective gear? Let's get you set up.
The right gear. Stay safe out there. Now you buy from me, you can look. Tactical gear is... Hi, I'm here if you need me.
I hope you actually need Fine. Not... We're done here? Great.
My
prices may be high, but these goods ain't exactly easy to find. We can talk about whatever you want, as long as... Don't miss me too much.
Last week, I got jumped by a bounty hunter. I still flash of light.
Always ask for a bigger cut. It's all
Let's see
about
what we have
making
now.
those credits.
Business it is. I was hoping you'd say that. Remember, all trades are restriction-free.
Good story. I just liked it better when Neighbor told it.
Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
All green on release. We're free to fly. Switching over to standard engines.
Appointments to be made, but I can spare a moment. I've got some cargo that could use a good home.
how to get where we're going better than I do. Unknown ship, you read me? Thanks, you're a lifesaver. My wife and I are trying to get to Volai Alpha. I keep telling her we're on the right track, but she insists our heading's wrong.
That's because we did jump past it.
Robin, can you go 5 minutes without interrupting me?
Maybe if you listened to me every once in a while, I wouldn't have to interrupt you. Yes, we do. I am so sorry about this. Some of us get a little testy when we're in the wrong.
In the wrong, my ass. They're gonna say it's ahead of us. You watch.
Well, we'll just see about that, won't we? You see, John? I told you.
Fine, you were right. That make you happy? I'm never gonna hear the end of this. Thanks for your help. Make your way.
Transmission received. Help you? I'm sure we can work something out.
Jump complete. Propulsion restored. All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
A vessel like this certainly brings back memories.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Yes?
I bet operations on the key are a clown show. I'm looking forward to reading your report.
Yo, back. So how did it go? Frankly, it's because we've never gotten this far before. The last agent I sent to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet ended up in a morgue on New Atlantis. Even with our best intelligence equipment, we can monitor very little from the vigilance. We can pick up local communications chatter and use long-range scans to see where you travel. But when you're on the ground, you're on your own. If we get too close, we not only expose ourselves to an attack, but we might blow your cover, and that could get everyone killed. Then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet? I understand your concern, but you can rest assured that every member of this crew has been thoroughly vetted by both myself and Lieutenant Toft. Any information that you turn over will not be leaving this ship until it's fully encrypted and encoded. I give you my word. If the intelligence I've read is accurate, Delgado is a charismatic leader, but a bit short on judgment. That's why you want to stay on his good side, and stay away from Neva. She's shrewd, and she's sniffed out everything we've thrown her way. Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Crix's legacy?
Excuse me, Commander. Did you say Crix's legacy? Please tell me you aren't seriously going to give that any credence. Everyone knows that's just I don't know, a myth.
I'm holding tangible confirmation of the word legacy attached to Crix's name. That's too much of a coincidence to attribute to myth.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause. Well, let's find out if Delgado's chasing ghosts, or he's smarter than we suspect. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move? Can you imagine the amount of embarrassment Gal Bank would have to endure if they listed a lost transport in the ship registry? Doesn't matter if that ship went down 5 or 500 years ago. If news gets out that a bank has misplaced money, it would tank their value. That one's simple. We monitored your ships heading down to the surface of Suvorov. In fact, when they returned to the key and you didn't immediately follow, well, we almost thought our operation was terminated. Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Cricks was clever. For some reason, he never got there. Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary, and Cricks wouldn't have disappeared years ago. Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinya Voss, our forensic accounting people would have found that data. No, the Crimson Fleet are in dire shape right now. They haven't seen that much currency, well, ever. It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disastrous for the settled systems. I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that Starliner. You're both dismissed.
Word is the fleet has you chasing ghosts on Suvorov. Well, if there's one thing spookier than a pirate.
What can I do for you? We'll provide you with information, but any inventory or ship services, it's best you get from the fleet. It'll help you maintain your cover and also give you an idea of how the fleet's operation works. They're pirates in every sense of the word, but they've managed to get more organized under their current leadership. That makes them especially dangerous, but hopefully it makes them a little more predictable too.
I work best alone.
2 reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this up. Second, this is an undercover mission. For our safety... Good. The more you find, the stronger our case. It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Crix's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Crix picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor can snowball into a full-blown fairy tale. Anything else? I'll be damned. So some of the UC guards at the lock helped touch off the riots. Everyone thought he was some kind of legendary criminal mastermind, but even the great Jasper Crix needed a helping hand to get out of prison. Have any more? All right. Keep up the good work. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Sometimes we'll take the long-range fighters out for grav jump and patrol high-traffic orbits for the people.
SysDef Marines are the best of the best.
Commander Ikande is the heart and soul of UC SysDef.
Sir,
I'd follow
should I
him to the
speak?
ends of the galaxy.
Is there a reason for the harsh reprimand? As far as I know, I just tracked a little mud into the brig.
Soldier, have you ever heard of trenchfoot?
Can't say that I have, sir.
Well, they say guards on Suvorov would sometimes trudge through cold, frost-wet trenches on their daily patrols. Prolonged wetness led to circulation and nerve damage, aka trenchfoot. Unable to perform, those guards were taken off duty, and security suffered. All because they didn't take the time to properly dry their feet. You see where I'm going with this, don't you?
I do. But if I may, I would argue that we're not on some frozen planet, sir.
But you tracked in mud from your last mission. You brought in any number of microbial life forms, known and unknown, into my brig. These are direct threats to the health and safety of this crew, and by extension, the security of this brig. On my brig, cleanliness is a duty, and I suggest you take this duty seriously. And if not, I will have the commander relieve you of it.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience? Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted SysDev to go easy on me. The truth is a bit more complicated than that. Exactly. But we've got time, so why don't you indulge me? You see, at my age, you know who you are. And I've always been a thief. I'd swipe a cred stick for my own mother if it had enough zeros on it. But even in a group of cred-hungry thieves, a man has to have a code. Rules. I do. You finish a job, it's supposed to be done. You get the rush and the relief. But in the fleet, doing the job isn't the hard part. In the fleet, you gotta worry about the guy sleeping next to you, and if he's gonna take a bigger piece of the pie. You gotta wake up the next morning and wonder why your slice is missing and the crumbs are stuck to his face. Well, for one, they don't have much in the way of loot, but they're still important to somebody. You can't just blow up one without it showing up on SSNN, or UC Captain getting a 10-inch stack of slates on his desk. But more importantly, do-gooders are predictable. The pirate code changes depending on who's reciting it. Honest folks, they have a habit of writing their rules down. Why did I join the Regana? Truth is, I just wanted a good night's sleep. And put a bigger target on my back? As far as I'm concerned, the brig is the safest place I can be. The second you drag me into some private room, you're basically telling everyone here that I'm a rat.
Reyes, hello. I am satisfied to see that you...
Nice. Clean set there.
to Venus? Talk to you later. Rest well, I hope?
Nice jump. Right on target. Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Greetings, Captain.
About time you showed up. Alright, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Oh, sure. First a tour, followed by a formal dinner at the captain's table. Let's get one thing straight. You're here for business, not for a vacation, so let's start by talking about Delgado's sudden olive branch. Because the only way to achieve a win is by agreeing to play the game in the first place. Worst case scenario, I don't make the fleet, but I end up a couple thousand credits richer. That's almost a win-win, don't you think? Happy? Oh, I'm thrilled. Still, this leaves me with a lot of unknowns, and in our line of work, unknowns get you killed. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal? Don't play games with me. We both know pinging a message back and forth to the key is going to take longer than we have to do this job. We're supposed to be working together on every part of this. So, you gonna tell me what else you're here for or not? Fine. Have it your way. Apparently, you have everything under control. So why are you targeting a Gal Bank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest? Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining settlements, you get the picture. But taking on a megacorp, that's a really big deal. Something the Crimson Fleet stayed away from in the past. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting desperate, or this is leading to an even bigger score down the road. Playing it safe for now. Okay, I can respect that. But let's make one thing clear. If I'm gonna stick my neck out by helping you get near Dombrowski, I want something in return.
Like him or not, he's the Siren's captain, so his assistance is going to be invaluable. Maybe we should hear what he has to say.
Well, it appears we have a mind reader here. You're absolutely right. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that. Of course I do. But who wants to settle for a one-time payout? I prefer to play the long game. You see, getting my ass back into the fleet means I regain access to Shinya Boss. And that's as good as an endless stream of credits. You'd better, or you're gonna have to find another Galbank executive. As long as Dombrowski's on the ship, he's all mine. That's a disturbing way to put it. But I suppose that's the best offer I'm gonna get, so I'll take it. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt.
Oh God. I'd rather hunt down Varun's zealots than mingle with those egotistical frauds.
The event's a complete sham. Bunch of rich snobs getting together and throwing a party for themselves. These people couldn't give a damn about Terran preservation or any other charity for that matter. Someone with enough disposable income to afford a permanent six-figure cabin aboard one of Triton's finest spaceliners. Consider it similar to owning a luxury mobile vacation home. Plaything for the wealthy, you get the gist. Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starview Ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets. He's a VIP executive, which means he either worked really hard using blood, sweat, and tears to make the arduous climb to the top, or he backstabbed, lied, cheated, and betrayed his way up the corporate ladder. From what I've heard, it's the second option. Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. Meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck. They claim their goal is to celebrate the soul of the Earth, the culture, the people, and the ideals of the past. In their minds, Earth is now dead, which is why they feel that preservation of its remaining aspects is so important. In reality, this is what happens when folks with far too much time and far too much money get together to make themselves feel like they're contributing to society. Oh, I know plenty. Been tracking that beauty for months. Neva and I were working out something. Hey, wait a minute. Don't tell me she's sending you after the award alone. Neva must be out of her mind if she thinks she's gonna screw me out of this deal. I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place. Yeah? Funny you're only bringing that up now. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout. So tell me, what's the status of your plan? Okay, then let me point you to the person in charge of the award. Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the Starfield Ballroom. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from there. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms. As long as you remember that I'm getting paid my cut, I'll help you with anything you want. What's the status of your plan? I want Soneva to strip down the UC security ship and sell the parts back to the UC through a shell company. If that doesn't put your concerns to rest, I don't know what will. Now tell me, what about the status of your plan? How can I help? Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
Captain Rokov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas. Just don't touch anything, please.
Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all the leftovers from the dining area buffets.
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing COs I've ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't act much like a captain at all.
Trident must have spent a fortune equipping this ship with triple redundancy in almost every internal system.
There is nothing quite like the view from the Starview Ballroom. It's breathtaking. You're a guest of Captain Rokov, right? Welcome aboard.
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings to have been posted to a ship like the Siren of the Stars.
get moving.
These newer vessels more or less run autonomously, which doesn't leave much for the crew to do around here.
This is one of Dragon's vessels. Hell of a ship.
Sorry, I'm busy right now. Lovely party, isn't it?
With all the worthy causes and the settled systems, you'd think people wouldn't waste money on these pretentious luxuries.
In the event of a lockdown, remember to return to your cabin in a quiet and orderly fashion.
Here for business or pleasure?
Is this important? I don't have a lot of time for idle nonsense. If you have any little ones aboard, story time with Serena will be held in the ship's library this evening. Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this better be important. Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its 9 years. Why do you ask? Well, the Earth Savior Award is one of a kind. The blue diamonds alone are irreplaceable. Since we can't produce a new award every year, it's instead passed from one recipient to the next. I supervise the transfer and make certain that there's ample security during transport and at the destination. Yes, it's quite marvelous, isn't it? Absolutely priceless. Alas, I'm afraid you'll just have to wait for the ceremony to see it in all its glory. It's far too valuable to be left anywhere else except the master safe located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you.
The society chair has really outdone herself. Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Positively horrid. I'm a silver member of the society, but only 100,000 more credits and I hit the gold tier. That award is such a joke. It's for members of the society to pat their own backs for spending the most money on the cause. Dombrowski is married to some poor woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis when he goes on his business trips. Nice to have met you.
I certainly pleased to make your acquaintance. It's critical that the Society keeps the memories of Earth alive in our hearts. I'm doing my part by attending this spectacular event. Even if I was offered the award, I wouldn't take it. Can you imagine the security nightmare I'd have to deal with? No, thank you. His behavior towards women is abominable. That man really ought to be ashamed of himself. That's all then? Okay.
Quite a lovely Starliner. Nothing but the best for the society, eh? An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got. Donations to the society can be debited from my bank account on a monthly basis. I barely have to lift a finger to help. Well, apparently the award is so valuable there's only one in existence. It gets passed to a new winner every year. Larry likes to drop overly complex words into conversations. I'm sure he knows that it annoys people, but he does it anyway. Well, that was boring.
So, what brings you aboard?
I have about 1,000 things to deal with, and
That
you're
view is
not one of them.
absolutely spectacular,
Goodbye.
isn't it? The Society was founded about 8 years ago by Carl S.A. Worthington, a prominent businessman from New Atlantis. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child. Let's put it this way. He screwed over so many people, if he suddenly disappeared from the universe, I don't think anyone would miss him. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Hello? Are you a member of the Society? Hello? Are you a member of the Society? You don't necessarily have to be wealthy to contribute, though the minimum donation level is 5,000 credits. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy. Yes, he's some kind of a top dog over at Galbank. I heard he replaced someone that was caught running a fake loan scam. Don't forget to donate to the cause.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future Society events aboard a Starliner. Quite a lovely Starliner. Nothing but the best for the Society, eh? It's a shame that the Earth ended in such a sorry state. But I'm glad the Society has the nerve to do something about it. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way he's been spending a lot of time with Claudius Wist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning. I'm certain his wife doesn't know a thing about it. Enjoy the rest of the event. Pleased to make your acquaintance. So what brings you aboard? Not much, other than the fact that they host these wonderfully entertaining gala events every month. Sheila Holbrook is chair. He's been spending a lot of time with Claude. That's all then? Okay.
I've done this particular cruise run several times, and I can assure you that the route is quite safe.
Have you tried the canapes?
On behalf of
Horrid.
myself and the entire team,
Positively
to dine at Captain
horrid.
Rokov's
We wish
table
to
during
thank you
dinner
for
service
choosing to
is
travel
only
with
an
us.
additional 5,000
An open
credits.
bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got.
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
For the safety of everyone aboard, please be certain you don't interfere with any of the crew or security members of our vessel.
At the moment, Aurora isn't permitted on Trident Starliners, though we're working on having that changed.
Listen, can you hear the engines, can you? You're not going to find better tuned engines anywhere else in the settled systems.
This is one of Trident's top-of-the-line vessels. Hell of a ship, isn't it?
These newer vessels more or less run autonomously, which doesn't leave much for the crew to do around here.
You're a guest of Captain Rukov, right? Welcome aboard.
Shh, listen. Can't hear the engines, can ya? You're not gonna find better tuned engines anywhere else in the settled systems.
Trident must have spent a fortune equipping the ship with triple redundancy in almost every internal system.
Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all the leftovers from the dining area buffets.
Captain Rukov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas. Just don't touch anything, please.
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield Ballroom. It's breathtaking.
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings to have been boosted to a ship like the Siren of the Stars.
Never could get the hang of hacking. I prefer a more direct approach myself. Stay there. Nice long rest, eh?
Captain Lokov is one of the most easygoing CEOs I've ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't act much like a captain at all.
These newer vessels more or less run autonomously, which doesn't leave much for the crew to do around here.
Sorry, do I know you? Okay, wait, are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone, and my partner doesn't like competition. He gets very jealous. Who? Look, can you just cut to the chase already? What's this about? His wife? Oh, for the love of God. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy? If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dombrowski, all I'm doing is endangering myself. Why would I do that? If you had another way to get the information, you wouldn't be dealing. You'd be demanding. What the hell? Dombrowski has us mixed up with the Crimson Fleet? Why should I take the risk? You know what? Forget it. The price of doing business by slinging mud is way too steep. What else you got?
Shh, listen. Can't hear the engines, can you? Find energy anywhere else in the cell systems.
Every day that I wake up in my blanket.
Sorry, do I know you? Okay, that's a hell of a way to open a conversation. Why don't you cut the crap before I tell my partner that you're harassing me? Believe me, you don't want to piss him off. His wife? Oh, for the love of God. I told Larry to keep it. Look, what's it gonna take? If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch... If you're trying to intimidate me by saying that... Sorry, do I... Okay, that's a hell of a way to open a conversation. Why don't you cut the crap before... His wife? I totally... Look, I've been... What's it gonna take? If I give you dirt on it... I'd love to see that man suffer. This is just gonna keep going until I give in, isn't it? If you're trying to intimidate me by... Sorry. Okay, wait, are you... Look, his wife? I told Larry to... Look, What's it gonna take? If I give you dirt on that... This is just gonna keep... I should make him pay for doing... If you had another... You know what? Forget it. The price of doing... Sorry. Do I know you? Okay, wait, look, his wife, I told Larry... Look, what's it gonna take? If I give you dirt on it... If you had another... If you're trying to... Sorry. Okay, that's... Why don't you? I can't... I told Larry to keep his big... Look, What's it gonna take? If I give you dirt on that... That's true. Yeah, you could be right. Alright, you've made your point. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme where thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
If you're angry at anybody, it should be yourself, for getting mixed up in this ridiculous scheme in the first place.
Judge me all you want, lady. At this point, if I'm going down, then all I'm focused on is dragging Larry down with me. I'm not gonna tell you. Let's just say that I'd be sent to prison for a long time if Galbank figured it out. Oh, angry isn't even the right word. The plan was solid. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them. Oh, I know he was using me. At the same time, he was saying how much he loved me. He was stringing me along and stabbing me in the back. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it. I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false ghost credits that mimic the crypto key of actual credits. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine credits enter a dummy account. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. By the time it lands in our pockets, the creds are clean. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted dummy creds. Genius, right? What, are you ready to damn novel? Fine. Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their commnet for any Galbank chatter. I guess you could call him our early warning system. And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on didn't turn up in Galbank's automatic audits. You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in, whether we liked it or not. What do you think is going on? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. If I have to squash him on my way to the top, then so be it. Let's get one thing straight. Larry Dombrowski's no saint. He deserves everything that's coming to him.
That was a bit insensitive, but my colleague's right. If you're manipulating him, doesn't that make you just as guilty?
Where the hell do you get off judging me? You don't know that asshole like I do, okay? Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. He'd stab you in the back for table scraps, then stab you again to steal dessert. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth, and then leave him in the dust. Not bad for a lowly Galbank worker drone, right? I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall. Haven't you gotten it? I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
Glad to have you aboard. Welcome to the Purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murata. How can I be of assistance today? Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully damage-resistant, vacuum-proof plating. In an unlikely event, our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered. The safe will be permanently sealed until it reaches port. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe. Is everything okay? Was there anything else you needed? Lost in your thoughts? I do that all the time. I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can assure you that it's quite lovely. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by presenting an appropriate claim ID. Is there anything else I can assist you with today? Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Have a wonderful trip. I'm sorry. It's against Trident policy to discuss our personal feelings towards a fellow crewmate. I suppose. All right, but you didn't hear this from me. Do you understand? I don't want to lose my job. I like Captain Rokov, but I think he's mixed up with some very dangerous people. I was bringing some paperwork to his quarters one day, and I found a slate with a message he received from someone named Delgado. That would normally be fine, but the message mentions the Crimson Fleet, as in pirates. Can you believe it? If you want to grab it, the slate should still be in his quarters. Somewhere. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable.
find anything useful on there?
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times, or you won't have access to the ballroom.
Must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very busy woman. Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that? And why in goodness name would I possibly agree to that ridiculous demand? I'd like to think so. I mean, it might be okay. Not happening.
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times, or you won't have access to the ballroom.
Must you continue these unwel... Excuse me? And why in good... And why in good... Maybe. Need to think about it. You're just annoying enough that this might work. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. Oh, just take the damn thing already. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved.
Here for business or a pleasure?
Any complaints about your cruise should...
Can you believe the size of this cabin? It's large enough to accommodate a family of 12. What a ridiculous waste of space.
We have a range of excursions available at all of our destinations. All the details are in your cabin.
If you have any needs, please enter a request here.
A Starview pass is required to enter the main ballroom. If you wish to have a drink at any of our lounges, be sure to present your cabin pass to help.
If you have any little ones aboard, story time with Serena.
A Starview Pass is required to enter the main ballroom.
Please let me know if your voyage is on behalf of Trident Luxury Lines. Don't forget to tell your friends how much you enjoy the cruise.
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties.
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it? The Society Chair has really outdone herself this time.
So, what brings you aboard?
Hello. You here for the charity event? Well, I work for UC Security, meaning that business isn't exactly my area of expertise. I'm afraid I can't really help you. If you're looking for a business opportunity, you might want to check with someone else. Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off.
You're a liar and an absolute disgrace to the United Colonies.
Worried? Why should I be worried? Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe? Get the hell away from me before I have you arrested.
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties. The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security of your items.
Here for business or pleasure?
You look a bit lost in these surroundings. Hello? You here for the... Dombrowski, he's the exec holding court over in the VIP area of the ballroom. Yeah, sorry, I work for UC Security, not Galbank. I don't really know him personally. Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe whatever you think you know.
You're a liar.
Yeah, but before you walk away, let me give you a free piece of advice. Anything you try to report will boil, and since I work...
Only one point of Moira's patrol route to work from. That's how it goes sometimes.
Quite a lovely Starliner. Nothing but the best for the society, eh? Have you tried the canopies? Horrid. Positively horrid.
An open bar would have been nice. But Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
Hello. Are you a member of the society?
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey. If you have any specific requests, please speak to one of the crew's attendants.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested. Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. It's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows. Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency. This is one of Trident's premier Starliners. That means it has the best of everything, including a triple redundancy life support system. They installed a backup with a backup. Luckily for us, it will still trip an emergency and everyone will have to return to their quarters until I sound the all clear, which I won't.
Whatever it takes.
Here for business or pleasure?
Hello? You... Oh, I work for UC Security. Claudia sent you, did you? Look, friend, whatever you think...
You're a liar.
Just in case anything you try to report will... And since I work...
Good work with the bartender. Won't be the last time you'll be hustling information in some space.
The society chair has really outdone herself this time.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Which is why he's threatened. We need hard evidence. The problem is... Smart. I think the best chance... Manipulate a few... This is one of Trident's including, luckily for us...
Yes, exactly. We shouldn't go near that system. If anything goes wrong, we could kill everyone aboard.
You don't need to know anything about the system. All you need to do is access the maintenance area and throw some switches. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet, right? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help. On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies, pretty high up in UC security. Lots of clout with Mast. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstab you for a cred stick and pin the murder on someone else. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant, he'd probably thrive with the Crimson Fleet. All passengers are instructed to immediately report to their cabins. That way we keep the halls clear and avoid a panic. Fortunately for us, all of the passenger cabin doors will automatically unlock. This is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quickly and without interference. But in our case, it's like having an all-access pass. There's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starfield Ballroom. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at his station as usual. Have fun with that guy. He's a real piece of work. Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Everything you need is inside. Don't you have somewhere to be?
I certainly hope they decide to hold all society events.
Trident must have spent a fortune equipping this ship with triple redundancy in almost every internal system. Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all of the leftovers from the dining area.
Commander.
Some heavy security protecting this area, but judging from the fact that this is the life support control, it certainly makes sense.
Hey, hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rokov's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here. Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you? Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. I think you can see why. Not exactly Starliner-class comfort down here. Don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts, catch up on work, and all that, but I'd rather work on the bridge. I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Trident put me in charge of the entire tech team. We do our best to keep the ship running smoothly and efficiently. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of spacecraft design. Almost everything has triple redundancy, like the life support system. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a bit of downtime. Could be worse though, right? Oh, sorry, that area's off limits. No exceptions. No, sorry, I'm afraid it's impossible. Trident regulations strictly prohibit anyone from entering the life support area without a valid reason. Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk here, it's just that I could lose my job, you know? Oh, really? Well, that changes things quite a bit. Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away? Honestly, he's a seasoned ship captain. He told me he was a long hauler for years and the experience shows. Only thing is, he's always talking about trade deals and plans for get-rich-quick schemes. It's all the guy ever thinks about. Why he decided to be a Starliner captain, I'll never know. It's almost like he craves being around money. Tell you what though, for someone that loves credit so much, he sure doesn't mind gambling them when we play cards. Feel free to look around, but don't mess with any of the controls.
If I were you, I'd put that back. It appears that we've definitely ruined the party. Everyone's gone.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions. ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.